Good morning, everybody. It's Krista Ritzkis with Simply Creating with Close to My Heart. We are on episode number 3 of Technique Tuesdays. Now, last week I went live a little bit earlier because I had to go out and do something at 10:30, but my goal is to do these at around 10:30 every Tuesday. So you can put it in your calendar or whatever, set an alert on your phone to come and watch, but it will be aiming for 10:30 every Tuesday. And then of course I'm uploading these to YouTube so that you can look at them whenever, and if you're watching this on YouTube, welcome. And if you're watching on replay, that's fine too. I know this isn't the best time for everybody. Maybe you might be at work. And Debbie, I see you watching. Hello. Say hi in the comments because I won't be able to see everybody who's watching. And I want to hear whether or not your kids love the snow that fell this morning or they groaned. My little guy, when he walked out the door to go catch the bus, went, "Oh, it's snowing!" He was so excited. He loves snow, which is kind of ironic considering he's from a warm climate. Anyway, let's talk about stamping and die cutting. Karen asked me to talk about this a little bit, and so I'm going to be using this new stamps and thin cut set from the November-December catalog called Elegant Snowflakes, and they really are elegant. And I'm going to be honest with you, I haven't even opened this yet. So you're going to see me open a package, and so you'll get a good look at how our thin cuts and stamps arrive in your hands. And so, but first I want to talk about this machine. You're probably looking at it going, what in the world is that? Does not look like anything that you have maybe seen before. This is a close to my heart die cutting machine, and you're like, where is that in the catalog? It's not in the catalog. It was offered as a hostess reward in the past, so maybe if you've been around for a little while you saw it in the other catalogs. It is no longer in our catalog. In fact, there's only one way you can get it, and that's through me or other close to my heart makers. And here's the deal, you are going to want to get your hands on this. If you have a Cuttlebug, you're going to love this way more. You place a minimum order, and I'll tell you those details later on, and you can purchase this. It's not free, but you can unlock it when you place a minimum order. So I'm going to show you what this is and why it's better than the Cuttlebug. And remember, this is for metal dies, and it can be any company metal dies. In fact, it's so flexible, you're going to love it. So basically it comes like this, and it doesn't look like there's any handle on it, but let me show you. I'll show you in a second, actually. So the other thing that's cool about this one, let me turn it around so you can see, is that it is completely adjustable. So we have one dial that will let you do 3 different options here, and then there's another dial that you can change the pressure. If, for example, you're working with a die cut that we don't sell and it's not cutting properly, you just can adjust the pressure until you get it. Instead of having to add shim and take shim away and all of those kinds of things, it's completely adjustable. So you can either push the rollers down or pull them up. It's really easy. If you want to do some embossing, you just change the dial and you're done and set. It comes with 3 different plates, and these are big. They're 6 by 13, so you can put a whole 12-inch sheet in here and go to town. So there's a platform, and this says not a cutting surface, but I accidentally cut into it. I don't know if you can see that in the camera. So that is your base platform, although some people change how they do it. Then we have our cutting mat, and it's well loved on both sides. And then there is an adapter, and this is also not a cutting surface, but I've been using it not to cut into. I've been using it for cutting as well. But I'm going to show you the way it's supposed to go, okay? So the other thing that this has is it's got 2 flip down. Now I'm got to position it properly because as soon as I put these down, it's stuck to my table. And look at that suction. It's really stuck. That was the one thing I hated about the Cuttlebug, is that it kept moving even though it was supposed to be stuck. Then we open up. Here's one side with some instructions on different things that you can do or settings you might need. I leave it in there all the time. And then the other side has the handle. And then what you do is you just push that in, and then it's good. Now, I'm playing with it a little bit, so it's shuffled a little bit. And I will admit, on my desk surface, sometimes if I'm using it a lot, it will start to shift. But nothing like the Cuttlebug used to. So here's the thing. This little lock unlock is what you use to attach it. So I'm going to put it, oh goodness, guess what I did? I put it the wrong way. I need the handle on this side. So I'm just going to open it up, turn it around, because I need the handle on my side, not over there. All right, so I'm going to put this on here, and I don't know if that's on camera or not. Yeah, I guess it is. So there's my handle. And for my, you know what? Sorry, I'm adjusting a lot here. I'm just going to move it over because I need some space over here that you can see. So I've got a piece of white cardstock here. Now, there are two schools of thought, and this is why I put what camp are you in. One group of people like to stamp first and then thin cut, and the other group of people like to thin cut and then stamp. I'm going to be honest with you, there is no right or wrong way to do it. It's entirely up to preference. Now, because I started with thin cuts after I learned the Cricut, I like to cut first and then stamp. And I will show you what that looks like. And then I'll do it the other way around so you can see. Now, for cutting, usually you don't use the adapter. So I'm going to move that over there. And if you like to see what you're cutting and you want to see where the paper is and everything, that is the one downfall of this. So because the cutting mat is, it's not clear, you can't see through it. So that's when you would change the dial to the top, the one up the top here, you can't see it. So from die cutting to 2D emboss, you can just flip that up, and then you can also use this to help you with your cutting. But I'm going to show you the real way. All right, so I'm going to put my paper. No, I'm not going to put my paper on. Let's open this up. Look at this stamp set. Isn't that beautiful? It's gorgeous. I love the detail on the snowflakes. They're so pretty. And then we have our thin cuts, and they come in plastic wrap. Now you can you can keep this plastic wrap if you want. I don't bother with it because I'm just going to keep it in my stamp set anyway. And it sticks to the magnet. So this is a magnetic sheet, and all of your dies just sit on there. So we're going to find the one that matches the one I want to make. Let's see. Let's go with this one. It's kind of fun. So I'm going to take that one out. I'm going to put it on my platform, set that aside, as well as the stamp. Then I'm going to put my piece of cardstock on. And I am making sure the die is pointing up so that it's not going to cut into my platform. I don't want it to cut into my platform. And what some people do is they use some washi tape, which I have sitting here on my thing. If you're really concerned, let's say you're doing a lot of images and you need them all to stay put, you might want to washi tape it. I'm not going to bother. Now I'm going to put my cutting mat on top of there. And I am just going to go through one time. Now, remember how I said it kind of moves around on my desk a little bit? I'm just going to hold it with one finger. Done. Now, let's see. Look at that beautiful, beautiful image. Totally cut. One pass through, and I didn't even have to crank on it. There was no cracking. I love this. So there's my image cut. Now, whoops, don't lose that. I am going to now do a bit of stamping here. And I'm going to use, because I don't have my Versamat here, I'm just going to use the foam that comes with the stamp set. And I'm hoping, yeah, okay, I'm good on my camera. So I'm going to put that on top. I have some Sapphire ink because I thought, why not do some nice deep blue snowflakes so you can really see it. I'm going to peel my stamp off, my image, my carrier sheet. Put it on my block. Now, do you remember from episode 1 where I talked about how you can get a nice crisp image? Rub it on your arm. So this is a brand new stamp. It's got manufacturer film on it. So I'm just going to rub it on my arm to get it off, and get your image will turn a bit cloudy. That's what you want. Alrighty. I'm going to twist and tap. Twist and tap. I know that's loud, it's usually not. So there I have nice good coverage. Now I can go and line up. Sometimes you want to check first to make sure that your image is, I wonder if it, oh, I got the wrong one. See, this is why you should check first. This is the wrong image for this stamp, for this die. My mistake. Okay, let's try again. The beauty of live video. All right, I'm just gonna use my chamois. We're gonna clean that one off and put it back on the carrier sheet. No problem. All right, which one am I doing here? I think that one was for that one. See, this is what I should check. Oh, it's this one. They look similar. They look similar. All right, we're gonna rub again. So you saw that I also have a piece of scrap paper here. I always stamp off on scrap before I use my chamois, so that just takes a lot of the ink off. All right, let's try again, shall we? All right, twist and tap, twist, tap all around your ink pad, and that's much better. Oops, I think I missed some there. Now we can, because our blocks are clear, I hope I'm not, because our blocks are clear, I can totally look right through and stamp my image right on this snowflake. How many of you have done that before? You've like thin cut the wrong image. Those of you who use these. So I'm giving it some pressure and I'm working my way around because there's some solid pieces. I want a nice crisp image. There's my snowflake. Isn't that pretty? Now, what if you stamp first? What if that's what you'd like to do? So let me show you how you can do that. If you don't trust your lineup abilities, so that maybe you're afraid that you will get it off a little bit, let's use a different image because I want to show you what these all look like. They're so pretty. How about we go with, let's go with this smaller one. I'm going to use this one here. So again, okay, I'm pretty sure it's that one this time. I know it's that one this time. Okay, I'm going to go for a smaller block and put that on there. I like this one because it's actually got a hole in the middle of it. And you can really easily have some fun with that. What would you put in the middle of a snowflake? All right, so we're going to stamp. And I'm just going to stamp it over here in the corner because there's lots of room on my piece of paper. So this is a good way to use up your scraps, right? Never throw away your scraps. So there's my image. Now that's a lovely image. It's a lovely stamp. And you could put this on a scrapbook layout or like create a background or those kinds of things, but there's also a thin cut for it. Again, we're just going to stamp off and then I'm going to clean with my chamois. Put my image back on the carrier sheet so it doesn't go walking because these puppies are sticky and they will stick to anything. And I'm going to close my ink pad so I don't get ink anywhere. All right, now this is where I'm going to use my washi tape. So what did I say? We're going to grab this one. And we're going to line it up. Now, I know the Cuttlebug has a metal or a magnetic plate. That helps too with this kind of stuff. You're going to put your washi tape right over top. And then we're going to cut again, just like we did before. And I also know that some people have actually used this magnetic, that the sheet that the thin cuts come on. They have used that before in their, let me just cut off a little bit. Where's my scissors? There they are. I just want to cut this so that I'm not running into issues. All right. So some people have used this magnetic piece as a magnetic plate in their die cut machine. But I haven't used that yet, so I'm not sure what the settings would be. Now, did you notice what I just caught myself doing? I put it cutting surface down. Bling, yes, Joanne, bling up that middle. Okay, so I put it was going to cut the wrong way. It was going to cut into my platform. So with this one, you need to make sure that your thin cut is on the bottom. And because it's taped down, I can just flip it over really easily. So that takes some getting used to. All right, let's roll it in here. And again, I'm just going to hold it lightly. Remember, my table is not the best for this thing. It does move, but it's not anything like the, see, like I don't even have to touch it anymore. And there is our image stuck in there. So now I can remove my washi tape. And really, I keep this washi tape right on my, you saw that, on my Cuttlebug, so that I can just reuse it until it just doesn't work anymore. Very lightly take it off, pop it out, and it looks like I got it a little off. See, this is why I like doing it the other way, because that's what I'm better at. And all of a sudden I'm thinking, did I use the wrong one? I might have. See, I did it again. I think I did it again. No. Anyway, this is why I like to do it the other way, because I much prefer having the outline of the image, the stamp, the die cut piece. I like that. And then I can really position my stamp, because I'm really used to looking through the blocks to position my stamp. But you might find it easier to go the other way. So just, you couldn't yell at me to stop. Yeah, that's a little hard to do, especially if I'm not looking. So anyway, that's kind of my own personal preference. I would love to hear in the comments whether you are a Stamp First Then Die Cut camp member, or you are a Die Cut Then Stamp member. All right, I want to hear it. So that's all I have for you today, and I hope that that was helpful. And oh, I was going to tell you a little bit more about this. So here's the thing. With a minimum order of $125, you unlock the ability to purchase this machine. That $125 needs to be purchased through me, and then I can unlock this machine for you and have it sent to you. The machine itself costs $135, and it is well worth the investment. All right, so if you are interested in learning more about this thing, and I might show you some embossing with embossing folders as well in the future, let me know. Pop it in the comments if you would like to see me do some more stuff with this. I would be happy to share and kind of give you an idea of what's great about this. To remove the handle, you can't really see that. Okay, let me see. I'm going to turn it around. To remove the handle, all you do is hold the unlock, pull it off, and you can store it in these guys, in the trays. So lots of really good, useful things with this. And yeah, all right. So $125 order unlocks the ability to purchase this for $135. All right. So I will see you all back here next week. And if you're looking for more fun, pop over to the Early Bird Holiday Market that I'm a part of. You can see that linked on my page. And it's a ton of fun right now. So, all right, I will see you all next week. Happy crafting!